Good morning, everyone. So, first of all, thank you for the previous speaker. I can relate to many of the things they've just talked about. I've been there, I've seen it. And today I'm really excited to talk about, to give this talk to you, because I'm going to share things that have been going on in my mind. Things that I've never had the opportunity to share to anyone, even the closest to me, even my parents. Because, sometimes when people ask you, like, how are you? You say, I'm good. How is everything? Yeah, good. How are your studies? You say, good. But deep inside, there's much going on in the background. So, I came here last year in September. We were 8 as a chief nurse, and I studied at Bournemouth University. But before that, I was in Madagascar, of course, and just like virtually anyone I know who are in the country, we want to leave the country. That's the truth. Everyone wants to leave the country. And if you've managed to leave the country and settle in Europe, United States, or Canada, or wherever, just outside the country, you're successful. Because life in Madagascar is really harsh. As an engineer, my salary was less than £300. I had trouble even paying my accommodation deposit at university. So, as we've just seen, the life of these people from the previous video, it's really heartbreaking too. Yeah. So I wanted to leave the country, and I've applied for many scholarships. I've applied to Japan, United States, and everywhere, but every time I reached the final stage of the selection process, but never made it. But Chevening was for me the last card. But in 2021, I just believed I would leave the country, and I just said to myself, in 2018 during the World Cup, I said, on the next World Cup, I wouldn't watch it on a TV in Madagascar. I'll go abroad, but I don't know where. And I got the Chevening, so I came here. Everyone say, "Oh, congratulations! Yeah, you as I've just said, when you manage to leave the country, you are kind of successful." Everyone like, "Okay, you are now there," and it is. You may, if you've been to Madagascar, you know that the basic amenities like water, electricity, internet access, which are basic amenities here, these are luxury in Madagascar. And I'm not talking about regions like Fatwa, Fitnan, these. That happened even in Antananarivo. I just called my friends yesterday, and there were blackouts. There hasn't been electricity for like half a day. And that's in Antananarivo, not in other, I would say, countryside. And so when I came here, everything was exciting. Like, you just create your bank account on your mobile, and in 10 minutes you have your bank account set. You go everywhere with your contactless payment card. You go to the bus, like, chip, chip. Everything works here. And it's exciting. In November, in my accommodation, we were asked to fill out a survey about the accommodation. They've asked many questions, and at the end they say, like, what do you want? What can we do to make your experience better? And I had no idea, because I didn't know what else should I have. I think I got everything I need. And yeah, that was it, everything. And I also loved people. The British people have been known for like they are very polite, and they say thank you, sorry all the time. But to me, when I lived with them, and I feel it feels good to even say, saying thank you. It feels good to be appreciated. So when I came here, first thing I did was I called my parents and I thanked them. I've never done such thing, but due to the society, the people I lived with, they're doing it, and I mean, like, it feels good. So I did that to my parents. First thing I've ever done. I've never did such thing in my life, and I've met new friends, new flatmates, new people from all over the world, either Africans, Europeans, Asian, all sorts of countries, and everything was excited, and I got comfortable with that life, because everything works. But now, because for Cheveners, we need to go back to Madagascar after our study here, and I started wondering, like, what I'm gonna do now, because I've seen a good life here, and you're telling me that so to me, is it just like a 1-year trial for the good life? And I couldn't sleep for months just thinking, like, what I'm gonna do. People think that you are here, as I said, you're successful, you are the boss, you can send money back home, and they'll be like, yeah, I have families living abroad. It was really hard to me I don't know about the other student, but to me particularly, it was really hard to figure out what I'm gonna do. And I've explored all the options, like, should I stay here? There's a contract I signed, but if I find a girl and marry a European, I can stay here. And that was one option. And other options, like, if I find a job here and stay here in the UK, or I'll just go back to Madagascar and go to France, United States, or wherever. But I won't go back to Madagascar and stay there. I've been grappling with these questions for months. I couldn't sleep at night. I don't know what to do. I don't know. And one day, it was in June. I attended a concert in Romsey. Bournemouth University Orchestra was playing Mozart's last concert. Beautiful pieces by Mozart, and I came early in the morning. The concert was late in the afternoon, and I came early to visit the town and Romsey Abbey, and I visited the Abbey in the morning, and I saw these things, like, in the church they say, like, for over 1,000 years, prayer been said faithfully and daily in this place. And I'm not particularly religious, but there was a bench next to this place, and I sit down and grab a pen and paper, and I just wrote my goals. What do I want really in my life? I've been grappling, as I said, with that question. And people say, you need to be clear, you need to be specific about what you really want. But to me, that was not easy, because I just don't know what. I was confused, to be honest. I was confused. And I sit down and I write what do I really want in my life. And I write it. I write down some things. And after that, I just stand up, and I didn't follow what they said, like light a candle and say a prayer or something, but I just continue visiting the Abbey. And then I saw this man. This is William Petty, one of the founder of Royal Society. And when I saw it, I was like, I didn't know what to say. It's written in this marble effigy in memory of Sir William Petty, a true patriot, a sound philosopher, who by his powerful intellect, scientific works, and indefatigable industry became a benefactor and an ornament to his family and ornament to his country. And I sit down there, and I was like, I want to die like this man. That moment was very crucial to me. It was a turning point to my thinking and I would say my life. Because it seems like I've seen the right template for my life. I've always wanted to, when I said I was frustrated back home, there's a part of me that wants to help my country. This is my country. I want to help the society where I live, but there is also part of me that when I see life here, I want to stay here. But deep inside I had that things like I should do something for my country. And when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I want to die like this man. I want to have something like this on my tomb, like, yeah. And also, this was the first time I saw the word polymath. He was a linguist, mathematician, professor of anatomy, professor of music, physician, a lot of things. And they say polymath is someone who excels at several things, several fields. And I say like, yeah, some of them I cannot do. I'm not a physician, but I'm a musician. I love philosophy. A member of parliament, I can be in 10 years, 10, 15 years. Yeah? So to me, this is the right template for my life. I just need to edit something like to align with my goal. Okay? So, and from then, I was really inspired. When at the beginning, when I came here, when I speak to my friend, what's your plan when you finish your studies? Most people say, I'm going to London. I'll move to London. London has more access to. There are more opportunities in London, and most of my friends are gonna move, and most of them are going to stay here in the UK. But I said I must go back home because that was part of my contract. And as time goes by, I said like, because if I don't go back home, I don't honor my word. I've signed the contract, so that put my integrity in question. So I've transitioned from I must go back home because that was part of my contract, and then to I need to go back home because of my integrity. I'm a honest person. I've signed it and I must honor my word. But after I've seen this, I'm like, I'll go back home because I want to and I need to go back home. We need to take action. And when I see people like you doing operation in Madagascar, I'm like, you don't need to do it. I mean, no one forces you to do it, but you love helping people. But I, as a Malagasy, I feel I'm among the few people who have had the opportunity to study here, and I feel it's my duty to do something back home. and that has changed my. That I think this day was a really turning point. I feel really inspired. So I feel ready to go back home. Yeah, it's really life in Madagascar is really hard, but we need to face it. We need to face it, and I think Chevening has my journey in the UK has equipped me with the right mentality. My life experience here has equipped me with things that I can use to do something back home. So I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but back then when I was working, but when I had my work, a job, I didn't really have the energy to like, oh, today I'm going to leave my job and start doing something for myself. But because I'm here now, I have the time I finished my studies and I have the time to elaborate my plan, and that's what I've been doing for the last 3 months here. And yeah, this is me. At the first one is the London Big Data. This was last month. And the second one is the digital transformation. Like my friend and I has agreed to build this company, the Clear Mind Analytics. We are helping, what we're doing, we are helping companies, we accompany them through their digital transformation to intelligence. So, but I'm not going to back down into the details of what we do want to do exactly, but I had the opportunity during this event to meet with the people at the forefront of technology. I was walking around like spying, like stealing ideas from them, like what do they do and what problem have they encountered, and yeah, but so basically I've seen what's in the frontier of artificial intelligence. Madagascar is still lagged behind. We are still in the process of digitalization, but that means there's a lot of opportunity in big data and artificial intelligence in countries like Madagascar. Just as an example, as Dave just explained, how they collect data from people all over the country to have visualization and to make decision according to what they've seen. So I think definitely big data and artificial intelligence is a powerful engine for the development of countries such as Madagascar. And yeah, life in Madagascar is hard. It's harsh, but we must cope with it. We must do something. And as we say, it's like the compound effect. If we do very small effort consistently, there's hope. Something will happen, and that's why I'm really motivated to go back home and work. So thank you for listening to me, and it was a very short talk, but that was my experience. Thank you so much.